almost 1/3 of adult Australians say they are unlikely to be vaccinated against COVID-19 in a new sign of concern at the nation's troubled plan to shield most people from the virus by the end of the year. That's the front page headline on the Sydney Morning Herald and, of course, the Age newspaper. Caleb, this is not good news. This is not good news at all. There's clearly some, real undermining, if you like, of the vaccination rollout, and a lot of it comes back to the fact that we're getting reports of blood clots, particularly with the AstraZeneca vaccine.
It's a concerning statistic, but it's not supported by fact. Of course, we have seen a number of cases of people developing blood clots after having had the COVID vaccine, but the rate in Australia seems to be somewhere around 1 in 300,000 or so at the moment. So the numbers are pretty minimal. Now you compare that to, I think it's about 1 in 5,000 people who have their tonsils out will develop a blood clot. And most people would not think twice about having their tonsils out if they suffered from persistent tonsillitis. 1 in 1,000 women who take the contraceptive pill will develop a blood clot. Most women wouldn't think twice about taking the pill to protect themselves against pregnancy. And yet when you've got 1 in 300,000 or so people getting blood clots from a vaccine, all of a sudden apparently we're very worried about it. I really don't get it. I feel like this has been whipped up. It is not borne out in fact, and it is actually dangerous to public health. We know that the one thing that can basically be the silver bullet against all of this nonsense we've had to go through over the last year or so is the vaccine. Because, of course, once everyone is vaccinated, or a critical mass of people are vaccinated, then the virus becomes far less dangerous. It will present in most people as nothing more than a cold, and it will no longer be an issue. If we want to move on as a world, as a country for that matter, we have to get vaccinated. We've got states telling us that the easing of restrictions for certain things in South Australia today, the Police Commissioner Grant Stevens saying that easing of restrictions for the number of people you can have in pubs and clubs, for instance, which currently sits at 75%, they want to get it up to 100%. He's saying that relies on vaccination rates. I mean, this is the one thing we can do to genuinely fight this virus. We know lockdowns don't work. We know all the other stuff we've tried hurts people. Ultimately, the vaccine is the way to fix it. And to think that 1/3 of Australians are concerned about a minimal rate of people getting blood clots is quite frankly ridiculous. The government hasn't sold it well. The rollout has been terrible. It's no wonder, really, that people have come to this position, but it will do us a lot of harm.